So should we start off with the one that probably shook the table the most? Naomi Osaka.
Do you think so?
Oh, yeah.
More so than
100%.
Okay.
Specifically because of who the coach is. And who's her coach?
Patrick Mouratoglou. So yeah, Wim Passett. How long was she working with Wim for? Was it
3 or 4 years? I think he put on the caption 3 or 4 years.
And a pretty successful partnership.
Yeah,
two Grand Slams. I mean, yeah, and obviously during that time too, that's when she had her child.
Yeah.
So like you can call it a transitional period as well for her. But yeah, why did it take you by surprise? Like,
it didn't take me by surprise.
No, it didn't. Okay, I thought you said it did.
It didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't.
Or you said it shook the table. Sorry.
It shook the table. Yeah, it shook the table.
So why do you say that?
Not because it was. I don't think necessarily the fact that she got rid of Wim. It was specifically because she hired Patrick. Okay. And when I say shook the table, it's more like, oh my gosh, And do you know what? This is going to be very surprising for a lot of people. For some people, for me, I was actually do you know what's so? It's funny because the rumors were there for like a little while because they came at the airport together, and I think actually no, when she announced it, immediately there was an article that came out that said that she's working with Patrick, like they've been around Patrick, but I was like, nah, this source does not look.
There were pictures of them practicing, I think at UCLA,
and then there was that but that article came out literally the day she announced, hey, me and Wim are no longer working together. Okay, so that's why I wasn't too like thing on it, like I was like okay, I wasn't too sure. But either way, when it was then like confirmed, I looked at it and I was thinking to myself, I am actually more excited for Patrick about this than Naomi, because I feel like this is literally going to be this partnership is the best for him to prove to himself and not even prove to himself, but specifically prove to the tennis world and us that have been not doubting him, but wondering, are you really on job, to be like, I can actually do this. I feel like the partnerships that he had with, for example, with Halep, I feel like she wasn't really the right person because Halep is like up and down, and she was already kind of like established. Yeah. She already had 2 Grand Slams. She already won a couple of titles. She was, she ranked well and whatnot. Holger Rune, I feel like Holger Rune is someone where he has there's too many people in his ears. Have you seen his camp? There's 50 people. And to me, I feel like if you are someone like him who's not reached like Grand Slam levels yet, you don't need 50 people in your camp. Now, if you're Sabalenka, if you're Osaka, if you're Coco, if you're Serena.
No, listen, I like Holger.
There's no disrespect to Holger at all.
I think when Patrick was on the team, he did win. He won Paris, which was his biggest.
Hold on, hear me out. What I'm trying to say is, because there's so many people in his team, so many people talking, including like even his mum, she's very heavily invested.
Yeah, very vocal.
I feel like it's harder for Patrick to do his job. And think about it, they were on and off as well. They were on and off. One moment together and one moment they're not. And Holger Rune is someone where I feel like, obviously we don't know him personally, but based on the things that I saw on the Netflix and his tweets where he's being cheeky and stuff, I feel like he's the type of person where, you know what, yeah, you can tell me what to do, but not too much. And but that's probably the reason why he has so many people. So I feel like Patrick couldn't really do his job. Osaka is someone who just came back from maternity. She's got her slams. She's still young. She still has like many years coming to her. Like, she's just the perfect player for him to be like, all right, you guys have been wondering if I can really do this. I can do this right now. To a point where I loved Naomi Osaka's comment about like Patrick and stuff. Because I think she spoke to the WTA and this is what she said. And the reason why I love it is because literally everyone feels the same. I think the fact that he was Serena's coach for me made me want to avoid him just because his persona is so big. Like, this isn't rude because I found out it's not true, but I didn't know if he was a good coach or he coached Serena. Then I met him, talked to him, works with him on the court. He absolutely is a really good coach. I'm really glad that he's taken this project on as well. When I read that, I was relaxed. I was like, this is perfect. We're all on the same page here. And when we'll talk more about their matches, I will talk about the things that I've already seen that, she's worked on we've just seen in the Asian swing so far. So yeah, I'm excited for Osaka, but I'm actually more excited for Patrick because personally, I like the guy. Like, I know we talk, and she even said it. Yeah, he's so big, has a big persona, but bro, number one, he's a business. Number two, he's a popular coach. Number three, the guy loves, breathes tennis. Like how many people have we had on this podcast that are talking so highly about Patrick? How much he's knowledgeable about
he's a
tennis.
Guy, definitely.
The Jenkin Bros told us, Eubanks told us, like so many people literally told us on here. John Williams, he told us, like, he really is a tennis guy. So yeah, it's exciting in terms of the tennis world, and I'm excited, obviously, for Osaka to get like another perspective and to help her push, to a game, because she has it. She just needs to, get to it, and Patrick can help her with that.
No, definitely.
How did you feel about it?
No, I again, everything you said, I mean, like, I completely agree with. So there's not really much for me to add. Like, I think the only thing I'll say, like you said, Patrick is he's a brand. Like, even players that aren't associated with him, say for instance, Arthur Fils, who we'll talk about later on, his coach or there was someone in his camp who was wearing like the M.
The M, yeah.
I think it was a t-shirt or something.
What Arthur Fils you said?
Yeah, I think his coach.
His coach, yeah, he's wearing the Mouratoglou thingy.
So it's like so many coaches come through that academy. Or have some kind of link to Mouratoglou.
100%.
And I think that speaks to kind of who he is as well. And to bring it back to Osaka, I think you're right in terms of her kind of looking for something different now, in terms of, because she's still trying to find, new ways to kind of advance her game. And obviously he has a track record. Obviously Serena, Halep, like you mentioned, Holger Rune too. Like, he's worked with top players.
Yeah.
Obviously Serena's the best out of them all.
They still won slams anyways.
And this is everybody he's worked with has pedigree. And there's obviously potential now for Osaka to go and do more.
Yeah.
And I feel like, now, and that's no disrespect to Wim Fissette, because they had a successful time together, but there's nothing wrong with kind of change or freshening things up.
Yeah.
And I think more players should get credit for doing that, because it couldn't have been an easy decision for Osaka to make, to say, Wim, we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
And like, I'm basically looking to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
And that's what she's done. So I can't really see it not being a success. Like, I'm gonna say it's gonna bring a lot of success for her.
For sure.
Because she's already shown signs as well, which we'll talk about later on. But yeah, I feel like it's an exciting time.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
it's exciting, yeah.
Not just for Osaka, but also for Patrick, like you said.
Yeah.
So
We're looking forward to it.